Today I'm going to show you how we repaired this rear quarter panel and rear door damage on this newer Chevy Suburban without doing any kind of painting or body work in order to save it from being cut off and replaced at a traditional paint and body shop. Stay tuned. Okay, diving right in. This is a pretty high dollar Chevy Suburban, and the customer, this is actually a repeat customer of mine, and they sent me some video and some pictures, and they asked me if there's anything I could do for them on this quarter panel. A lot of the body shops in the area just wanted to cut it off. And when I say cut it off, I mean literally just, cut all the welds that hold this panel in place on the vehicle. It's a structural piece of the vehicle as opposed to, like the doors or the fenders, the front fenders, which can easily be replaced. But you're talking about a rear quarter panel, which, like I said, is a structural piece. And, cutting those off is a pretty invasive thing. So if they could keep the original panel on there, it would make for a much better outcome, better quality repair in the end. So essentially what we're doing here is trying to get it ready for the paint shop to just come in and just lay some paint on it after I'm done straightening the metal. You can see we've got some access inside that quarter panel. If you look closely here, you'll see right there, that's where the light reflection will be bending. That's where my tool tip is, and I'm actually massaging the metal out slowly and just kind of manipulating it throughout this entire process and getting it back to shape. And that was the inside access. This is the access from inside of the wheelhouse. These little specialty nuts actually come out and gave me really good access to the back side of the panel. I wouldn't say really good, but gave me pretty sufficient access, enough to where I was able to get some tooling done from the inside the wheelhouse there. You can see we've used a plethora of methods to manipulate that metal, and I'm actually tapping down with that knockdown there. Now we're doing some glue pulling here that you're seeing. The glue pulling was critical because it allowed me to realign the panels and get everything where they needed to be. And then we're moving on to the rear door for some fine tuning towards the end of the repair. And just as a reference, I just want to show you exactly what I meant in the beginning of the video there with the welds. Those are little welds right there, those little round circles. Not the holes, but the actual circles right above the holes. Those are, pretty much scattered throughout this panel, just all the way around here. All those get cut, and then basically that's how they get the panel off the vehicle, and they put a new one on and weld it back in place. And now this is what it looks like when the panel is actually cut off the vehicle. And there's sometimes, there's no other choice but to do it this way. But if you can avoid it at all costs, this, the way that we're doing it here is a much better quality outcome if you can do it this way. So here is the final outcome, and you can see we've got the alignment back into place here. Doors match up with the quarter panel, and all the metal's straight. This vehicle's literally ready to just go to the body shop and just they'll grind the paint down and then get it ready for a respray, and it'll be good as new. Hopefully you learned something new here today. If you have any further questions, you can feel free to give me a call at 386-216-5185 or just visit cfldentrepair.com. Thanks for watching.